What's going on, guys? T2RX6 here, back for another Transformers third-party review, and today we're taking a look at the Demolition Crew by Mech Ideas. This is Gauntlet, otherwise known as Iron Fist, if you're a fan of Last Stand of the Wreckers or the European G2. So basically, he's a really tiny little car, and I mean super, super tiny. Here is a Deluxe Legends Rat Trap, and you can just see really how small this guy is. Yeah, real tiny, man. He comes with this gun right here, nothing super fancy, and you can plug it into the side if you want. I think you can plug it in up here, but I don't know, well, mine plugs in there just fine now, but in robot mode, for whatever reason, it doesn't work, and then it can plug right into the gun if you want that. And this gun is on a little turret type thing, and, you know, this piece can come off. I don't know why you would want to, but pretty much, you know, plug it into the side, whatever you want to do. You can plug this right onto the top. There's a lot of different options you could do. I actually wouldn't have minded to see a little, you know, hole in the back or something to kind of make it look like a spare tire and make the guns look like that, but hey, what can you do, I guess. So there we go. There's Gauntlet. He's tiny. Let's not waste any more time. Let's actually get him transformed here. Let's zoom on out a little. So we're going to start by taking these panels and flipping them up, and as you can see, I was using the arms to kind of break them free. They're a little bit tough for me to get my hands into, so using the arms of the toy seem to work out okay for me most of the time. There we go. So bring these all the way up like this, and as you can see, that frees the arms. And this transformation is as simple as you would imagine it would be. Bring this all the way forward, like that. Bring the fist on out, and just kind of clean everything up on the front here. So there we go. Two arms. We're going to bring this down like this, and just rotate the legs all the way around until you connect with the knee pad type things. Flip out the tiny little feet, just like so. And we'll take him back to his vehicle mode after, but just fold this piece on down like that, and then the head is sitting in here, and you have to flip it around and flip it up, and it's got a little tab here, but it doesn't feel like it locks too terribly well. But if you get everything in the right position, it does feel like it has a clip. So take these, fold them on in, and these are going to come up, and there we go. Once the front of the truck, basically, or whatever you want to call it, came all the way down and around, you get a nice little clip, which it's really weird because it's just a straight piece of plastic that goes into what I see as straight hole, so I don't understand how it clips, but definitely clips. So there we got our little Iron Fist here, and when I say little Iron Fist here, I do actually mean little Iron Fist. We can take his weapon here, and like I said, I can't get it to plug in here. Even if I take these panels out of the way, I was having trouble getting it to peg in from that side. From the top, it seems to work okay, but this side, I don't know what the problem is exactly. So you're pretty much limited to putting this in his hand like so. And even then, I don't think that this is necessarily the greatest hands. Let's see if this can zoom in a little bit. You can see it's like shaped mostly right, but this little peg is too small, and then the big one, once it goes in, it's just too oddly angled, so he doesn't really hold the gun really well. You know, he's kind of aiming it down at the ground. It's weird. I don't particularly like how that works. You can take this little backpack piece off, of course, if you want, and give him a little like Megatron Fusion Blaster, which is a repaint I'm surprised we didn't see from Mach 5 there when they were making this. Or leave this on the back. Give him a little arm shield. Whatever you want to do. The options are pretty much endless on this little guy. And let me just, again, I emphasize he's a very little guy. So here is our little gauntlet here. And let's take another reasonably small character. Classic's Bumblebee. You can see Classic's Bumblebee stands a good height over him. So, yeah, you can imagine just where other things might look like say, Orion, or maybe our, Mania King. Big size difference there. But he is a fun little toy, and he's not very expensive, so, no problems there. I guess for one last size comparison, here he is next to a Dark of the Moon Ratchet that has been redecoed as Iron Fist for me. Let's get them in better focus here so you guys can see him. So let's go over the articulation on this guy, and one thing I wanted to point out, it is a bit of a bummer that he doesn't have a bullet hole sculpted in his head there, but what can you do? So it's on a ball joint here, no surprise there. Ball jointed, actually it's not a ball joint, the ball joint is on the inner shoulder assembly, and then it's a swivel here, so you do get plenty of range of motion out of that. You can see double ball joint on the elbow, which actually makes me wonder, he's kind of limited on articulation forward this way. It almost feels like, if the thing swung around this way, you get way better articulation out of him. But I think he can't transform if that happens, so you don't quite get a 90 degrees out of his arm there. The little hand is on a ball joint, of course, so can rotate around and in and out, but that doesn't solve the problem with the gun. Waist articulation, you do have a little waist joint there, then you have a ball joint on the legs, a thigh swivel, and then the knee, which turns into the transformation joint for his legs. So that's your articulation on this guy. Not bad, but yeah, there's still kind of some room for improvement, I suppose. So let's get this guy transformed back to his vehicle mode, and we'll be done with this one for the week. So I take this and kind of extend the backpack out, and I find it useful to swing these panels on out while you can and get them out of the way. Then take his little head, flip it around like so, and let's get this focused. Then fold it down so he's looking at you creepy upside down. Flip that all the way on back, and then flip the front of the truck forward like so. Now we can take these legs, put them together, fold his little feet on in like so, and then fold this whole assembly down and through the front like that. So we got that going on. We'll then take these little knee pads, and you can fold them all the way on in like so. And then it's a matter of coming here and figuring out the manner in which the arms transform. So you take these, they have to fold on in like so, and you want the arms to swing on down like this. So when it closes up, it kind of looks like that. And hopefully that was kind of apparent what was going on there. And basically, the little fist here should kind of look like, when you rotate it in, like it's trying to grab these little fins on the inside here, as the best way I can really describe them. So get them in place like that, and let's try this one more time. So fold that up, fold this on down, fold it on in, and fold the fists in. And that leaves you with this. Just move the truck roof back. Make sure that it's all solidly clipped in everywhere that it can. Like that. And then just fold these little panels down. So overall, not a bad little representation of Iron Fist if you're building a Last Stand of the Wrecker's shelf or just a Wrecker's shelf. This guy most definitely needs to be in it. Rolls nice. So no real complaints for the price. Don't really think I'm into the crankcase. I'd rather him be an Earth mode vehicle. Wouldn't mind seeing an Earth mode Iron Fist, but less of a priority, I guess. So, yep, this is T2RX6. I think this guy's a solid little purchase if you're interested in getting him. I would say do it. And yes, I do know there is the battle damaged exclusive one in there, but I don't know. I like clean Transformers on my shelf personally, as opposed to battle damage, but I still would have liked to have seen the little bullet hole in his head. So, yep, T2RX6 here. I'll see you guys next week.